President Trump is considering drastic action in our area to fight the coronavirus pandemic. The president says he could implement a short-term quarantine for metropolitan New York because it's a hot spot, he calls it, for the pandemic. The president has also approved of 4 additional sites in New York to be used as emergency medical facilities, and more help is on the way. The USNS Comfort, a Navy hospital ship, is expected to arrive here on Monday. The Comfort has 1,000 beds and 1,200 medical personnel. A decision on that tri-state area quarantine could come from the White House as soon as today. CBS 2's Christina Fan is in Times Square with the latest on this for us tonight. Christine?
Well, Dana, the president says he is considering imposing that quarantine on the tri-state area because of the overwhelming number of coronavirus cases here. That decision, as you mentioned, expected to come down shortly. The president made the bombshell announcement earlier today, first at the White House and then again in Virginia as he was preparing to send off the naval ship Comfort to New York. He said many people, including Florida's governor, have asked him to look into the idea. He also mentioned the enforceable quarantine would not last very long and would also not affect truckers or trade.
Some people would like to see New York quarantined because it's a hot spot. New York, New Jersey, maybe 1 or 2 other places. Certain parts of Connecticut quarantined. I'm thinking about that right now. We might not have to do it, but there's a possibility that sometime today we'll do a quarantine, short-term, 2 weeks on New York, probably New Jersey, certain parts, and Connecticut.
And we have reached out to all 3 governors for reaction. At a press conference earlier today, Governor Andrew Cuomo seemed like he was taken aback by the suggestion. He said the issue had not come up in conversation when he spoke with the president earlier this morning and said, quote, he did not like the sound of it. Meanwhile, Governor Murphy of New Jersey said he also was not consulted. Governor Lamont of Connecticut says he does not believe a federally mandated quarantine would be necessary. We also wanted to point out that it is unclear if the federal government does have the power to impose such restrictions on states. Reporting live from Times Square, Christina Fan, CBS 2 News.